Have you guys noticed that Advocate Baloyi would hand over things to Junior Sebanda when he knows that they are not making sure? He will hand it over, and you'll see Shame Junior will take it over and try by all means to get it done for Big Daddy. But yeah, akuhambanga kahle namhlanje. It didn't go well, and it shows why Baloyi didn't want to be the driver of this ship. And another thing that I've noticed is Ojaji doesn't even know where this case is going. He doesn't have a clue. But one thing that I've noticed is like he's enjoying the spotlight. Umkhulu is enjoying the spotlight. What is even crazier is when Judge Rata tells Advocate Mnisi that this is what I am saying. You can take me on appeal. Hebatung. What? Like, what is he even saying? Oh, Judge. I'll, I'll loop you in on what led to Judge saying Mnisi can take him on appeal. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Great Awakening, TGA. My name is Miss Matsidi, so aka Mrs. Independent. Welcome, welcome. I am not a lawyer, but just an honorable member of Court of Public Opinion. Welcome to the bench. Let's go to the High Court of Pretoria and get the update and the latest. So now the proceedings started with Sibanda leading the witness. And as you know, Sibanda is annoying, but so Sibanda was like blah 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 blah, and the witness was like blah 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 blah, and then that was all. And now Mgomezulu had to take over. So the witness is Rieta Filiun, and I think he's a captain or expert ballistic Ntontoni. So yeah, and so Mgomezulu asked her, "Have you documented your opinion?" And she said, "No, my lord." Mgomezulu, have you verified Captain Mangena's work before 2020? And Urieta said, on this specific case or the other, and Ulona Mgomezulu said, before, not only on this specifically, but have you given your opinion before 2022, July 2020, and after? And Rieta, yes, my lord. So Mgomezulu asked, have you ever give an opinion that is that differs from Ilona Mangena's, and before or after? And she said, I can't recall, but the possibility exists. She cannot recall if she has ever given, a contradictory opinion to Mangena. She doesn't even recall it. You tell me, is that the truth? So this shows ngempela ukuthi how is this case cooked. I mean, this is the person who can recall everything, who can recall when she was declared competent and proficient in forensic ballistic, and that happened in 2020, in 2004, 1st April. She can recall that, but she cannot recall something that happened in 2020 that could have happened. Whether she have ever given a contradictory opinion or not, she cannot recall that. Now Mgomezulu asked her, have you documented your opinion? No, my lord. Heban, you didn't you didn't record or document your opinion while working as a ballistic expert. She said, no, I don't have to because I'm not the verifier. So when I do opinions, I just give opinions, and that's it. And you know what? I really don't think that she really went on to do that under microscopic, like taking microscope, put it here, or go to the microscope and then double check if these things are corresponding, and then give her a opinion. I don't think she did that. I really don't think she did that. So Mgomezulu left at it there, and she said, I have no further question for witness. And Ramsipile took over, and then Ramsipile wanted to know if she did, Urieta Filion did internal and external trainings, and she said yes, she did external training. I mean, she did external training was done by UNISA, and she didn't attend the FBI course that Mangena and Dave attended. And you know, when Ramsbele, with his respectness vibes, when he takes over, good day, good day, Captain. I don't want to be disrespectful. And the captain answers, good day. Not even advocate or attorney, just good day. And I'm like, okay, you respect those who doesn't respect, but it's not a crime. It's always like that. So now Ramsipede, as he goes on, and then he did ask, or Mayor Fro Bani, Rieta Filion, um, that she was approached by Mangena for verification, and then she agrees, and then Ramusipila asked, how many have you done, like this verification? And she said, actually it's not a verification, it was an opinion request, and I cannot say how many I have done because they are so many, and then he asked, or Ramusipila asked Orieta about the nitty gritties of the case and the way she did her, her observation and giving the opinion, you know. And she couldn't remember a lot of things. She couldn't remember, and that's where Ramusipile asked her, how can you remember details about this case, but especially about this, but you don't recall the work that you have done before? How come? And she said, the way they don't like to answer questions, they will beat about the bush. She said, no, it's just because I asked him after doing my opinion, after checking the bullets and all that. I then asked him, what case is this? And then he told me it was for Senzo Meiwa. And I remember that well. This is not my words, it's hers. I remember this well because I know I've made it positive. But remember when Mgomezolo asked her if she had ever given a contradicting opinion, she said she cannot recall about that. But she just know, it means all the opinions that she does, like it or not, they will come positive. And yeah, oh Ramusipile, just when you are given an extra part in a series, yeah, you just pass by, like, that's all, that is all. So I think Urieta is just an extra. And yeah, Ramsipile repped his cross examination, and Mnisi took over. Oh, Mnisi, Mnisi. Mnisi Wemvula. Mnisi, shame, is a bulldog. Take it, for granted at your own peril. But I'm telling you, Umnizi is so experienced. Umnisi knows how to ask question, and he can ask a question, and if you think he's going to do a follow-up after that question, he's not going to do that. He will go to Cape to Cairo and then come back and then come with a follow-up question, because your mind is already there. It's like, okay, when he asked me this, I know he's gonna say this, he's gonna follow up with this, and then he's like, no, I'm not coming, I'll come tomorrow with other questions. But there is a lot that we have managed to find out from Nisi questioning, especially when it comes to procedure. How do they do things? We were able to find out, like, not even few, a lot of things that Mangena did, they were not as per protocol. Yeah, they were not as per protocol. He did things the way he wanted to do them, but it wasn't the way that it were supposed to have been done. But let's take a listen to him, to Unis.
That such an exhibit is no longer in our possession. What should have been the proper protocol in respect of its return back into the forensic science laboratory?
My lord, this is an exception. There isn't necessarily specific protocol because this is something out of the ordinary. It is not a standard norm or an average case that we get to examine in the laboratory.
What is ordinary about this?
There's nothing ordinary about this case in terms of the collection of the firearm. I'm saying ordinary case, received at case reception, following the process, handed to the analyst, you do it in your office, you reseal it, you hand it back to the safe. That is an ordinary daily case.
When you speak about extraordinary, were you saying that this case was an extraordinary case?
The specific situation would be extraordinary as to now the firearm is up for destruction and it is at the SAP 13.
Yes.
And Colonel Mangena would like to re-examine the firearm.
Yes.
That is something else.
That is exactly my question. What is extraordinary about that?
I would assume that in order to prevent the firearm from being sent for destruction, Colonel Mangena took immediate action to ensure that he can collect the firearm, that it is available for recollection. Once it is destroyed, it cannot be re-examined. So, in my opinion, it would be to prevent such an event from occurring.
So, what do you say about the fact that he received information from the investigating officer? Should he not have said to the investigating officer, no, bring that firearm yourself?
It depends on the situation, my lord. I cannot comment as to why the investigating officer asked Colonel Mangena to collect it.
Thank you. But now, even so, upon Mr. Mangena's arrival with the firearm in the forensic science laboratory, did he not have to go through the proper channel of registering the firearm through the administrative section of the forensic science laboratory?
Not necessarily, my lord, because the case has been registered. It's the same firearm received. There's no specific procedure that needs to be followed. Colonel Mangena kept record of his actions, that it would be sufficient.
Now, what about the notion that every exhibit that gets into the into the forensic science laboratory needs to be registered in order to track its movement? Where does that fit in the fact that Mr. Mangena did not register his firearm?
In terms of tracking an exhibit, my lord, there are several people handling that specific exhibit. Once it is received by an administrative person who registers it. From there, the ballistic administration section will come collect the specific firearm. From there, it will be placed in the ballistic safe. From there, it will be handed over to an analyst by someone working in the safe. So there are several people involved in handling that specific exhibit. So for the example of this specific case, Colonel Mangena is the only one handling the firearm. So
owayesebenza noma ephetheke kweso sibhamu okusho ukuthi-ke manje indlela yakhe yokwenza izokwehluka.
That you could also have gone to a scene somewhere, go fetch the firearm and not register it and take it into your laboratory and work on it without having first to register it with the administrative section of the forensic science laboratory. That's what you're saying?
No, my lord, that is not what I'm saying. It will depend on the merits of the case. This firearm has already been at the laboratory. There is already a record of this firearm. I'm not collecting a brand new exhibit that has never been received at the laboratory. I will not. That is a completely different set of circumstances.